All right, so let's have a look at a very neat little use case. So in the following example, we would like to set up the temperature control in an office setting. What's special about that? As you can see, we would like to use one main controller and one secondary controller. So you have two controllers in the same room where you can set the temperature. How to do that? First off, we start in the menu and we activate the temperature control. Next up, we go on the temperature control and allow the mode selection so we can see our different HVAC objects. At this point, we also can set the name of this controller to office. Next up, we're going to go in the temperature PI control and we activate this one also. As you can see, there are many settings, but for this use case right now, we don't really need them, so I will leave them as default. So we're just gonna do the use case how to set up a main controller and a secondary controller. Okay, main controller is actually done, so we can switch over to the secondary controller where we start in the menu again. We activate the temperature control. We click the temperature controller to allow our mode selection so we can see our HVAC objects. Before I forget, we also need to set up the name again. We can use office as well because as explained, it's gonna be in the same room. Next up, we're gonna activate the temperature PI control. And here, this is very important, we gotta set this controller as a controller extension because this is the secondary controller. We are done with the parameter settings and we can move on to the group objects and the linking of the group objects, which you can simply do via drag and drop. First up, we're gonna set the HVAC prior 1, HVAC prior 2, the set point of the comfort heating, the set point plus minus, and so on. I will do this real quick and then we can move on to the next topic. The echo heating, echo plus minus, the status of the heating on and off, and the comfort extension status we're gonna set to the comfort extension. Secondary controller is linked and we can switch back to our main controller where we gotta do pretty much the same thing. We're gonna start with the HVAC prios and link the group objects and link the group objects once more. The heating actuating variable we need in this one, and we only need the status of the heating. And the comfort extension, and we are also done with the linking of those group objects. Okay, so we are done with this one now that we have linked the group addresses. So what have we done exactly? We have set up two different controllers that are located in the same office. This allows you, for example, to control the temperature in one end of the room and the set point is going to be taken over by the other controller as well. This is quite a neat little use case for the use of our Cala series or of our temperature controllers in an office setting.